guys, welcome back to another episode of Spider Monkey Eats. Tonight I'm going to show you guys a new find of mine that I love, which is a brown rice pasta. Since we are talking real life, I did find this at the beginning of quarantine and I love it. I'm not big on eating pasta often, but this is definitely something I have been eating, pretty regularly, but splitting up just having pasta with some fresh vegetables. So we're gonna also add in some chicken breast, okay? So tonight we have some yellow squash, we have some fresh Swiss chard, rainbow Swiss chard, directly from my garden. We have some scallions, onion, garlic, and some fresh basil as well from my garden. And then back here I have some chicken that I cut up or cubed, that is just chicken breast, and put a little olive oil and some seasonings to give the chicken some flavor ahead of time. So right now I have a pan heating up, as well as I have some water heating up just because I always want the water ready when I need it. The brown rice pasta cooks for about 10 minutes or so, 10-11 minutes, but I'm going to take it out early because I'm going to finish it in olive oil with everything else so it gets that full flavor cooked into it and not overcooked or mushy. Okay, so pan is nice and warm. We're going to throw in some olive oil. Okay, I'm going to end up having a decent amount in here because everything's going to be cooking. Alright, so now we're going to add in our onion and our scallions. I don't want to add in the garlic yet, so that's how we can always tell if it's hot. You can throw a few pieces in. Okay, throw all that in there. We want to have nice flavor. And our green onion. So I don't want to throw in the garlic yet, what I started to say, because they're small pieces. I want to let this caramelize brown first, and then I will, as I start seeing it change color, get golden, then I'll add in the garlic. The garlic, you guys can see, they're small pieces. So in comparison, these are going to get very dark very quick. So they do not, you don't want to put them in at the same exact time, because they will get overdone way too quickly. So we can season this with a little bit of black pepper, fresh ground pepper. If you guys have seen my other dinner videos, every layer you want to have some flavor. Okay. And then this is some salt. A little bit, that's going to help the onions sweat down as well. My go-tos, onion and garlic powder. A light amount, sprinkle on everything, but we'll do that a few more times. This is some minced garlic, so we can add a little bit of that. And then always like a little spice, so this is some red pepper flakes. So I put all of these seasonings as well on the chicken marinating with a little olive oil, just so that it has flavor before just going in bland. I used to make that mistake and just throw it in and it starts cooking before all the other flavors kind of mix into it. So I do like to coat the meat prior to actually putting it in the pan. So that'll be the next step after we add the garlic. We will brown the chicken all around, and then we'll slowly add the other things. I don't want to throw everything in because different things are going to cook differently. We're going to add the yellow squash and the Swiss chard last. So we'll let this caramelize, and then we'll add in that garlic. Alright, so we threw our garlic in here and our diced chicken. We're going to let this cook, try to get a little bit of color on everything. Okay, in the meantime, again, we have our water already boiling. We are going to come over here. We're going to cut our rainbow Swiss chard just so it's kind of in like strips. Okay, nice colors, beautiful. So we're just going to layer these. I've already rinsed them. And then we're going to roll them up and cut them. It'll be nice and easy. Okay, so just a little roll, nothing perfect. But we'll do the same with our basil after. And then watch those fingers and just do like rough strips. Okay, they're going to cook down because they're going to wilt kind of with the pasta. This will be the last thing I throw in along with the basil. So you can have some of the stems. I'm not going to keep a lot, but we definitely can keep some of those stems. So we have our Swiss chard, nice and cut. What we're going to do, stir this around Once the chicken cooks a little bit more, and it's gonna continue cooking because everything's in it, we'll add in our yellow squash. We'll get our pasta boiling. Okay, just about 8 minutes, and then we're gonna strain it, take it out, and we'll start throwing everything together. Alright, we have our squash in here cooking. We strain the pasta. You can always leave like a tiny bit of pasta water, like super tiny. And again, it's not fully, it's mainly cooked, but a little bit less. We're gonna add in our Swiss chard now. Okay, chop this up to small pieces. And it's gonna wilt down. I'm gonna put the pasta on top because it's gonna help it wilt. I am gonna season this a little bit first. Okay, with just a little bit pepper. All our same seasonings I want to throw in here so that all those greens get the same flavor. A little bit of salt. And just a little bit of our onion and garlic powder. And then we're going to throw that pasta on top. I coated the pasta in a little bit of olive oil just while it's sitting there so it doesn't stick together. Okay, so move this a little bit. Throw this right on top. We're going to mix it all together, but again, that's going to help that all wilt down as well. Looking good, smells really good. So we'll let this cook down, and then everything should be good to go. So we have our final product. Everything's been cooked together. So we're gonna plate and we're going to try. So we have our brown rice pasta. We have yellow squash, some rainbow Swiss chard, chicken breast. We're gonna add some fresh basil. We did put some basil in here as the Swiss chard was cooking down. But everything looks delicious. And just some simple onion, garlic powder, red pepper flakes, again, to get that little kick. So this is just some fresh Parmesan, just a little sprinkle, and then some fresh basil on top. Looks delicious. Definitely excited to try. Let's get a little pasta, a little bit of piece of chicken, a little Swiss chard, and we'll get a little bit of our yellow squash. Yeah. Perfect. Chicken is not overcooked. Pasta's not overcooked. I added more olive oil because that's the sauce on it, is the olive oil. So I added more after I threw the pasta in. You know, I want everything to come together. I want a nice even coating. This would be really great also if you guys use like a pesto. So still olive oil based, but you definitely can do that with everything else that you also have going on here. Hopefully you guys like this. This is a great summer dish. Fresh veggies from your garden, if you have them. Utilize them, okay? Make something good. It breaks up the pasta so it's not too heavy. It's a brown rice pasta, so it's gonna break down a little bit slower, a little bit more, or more nutrients for you guys. If you guys like this video, if it's something you might want to try, definitely give it a thumbs up. Just so I know if there's any requests you have, maybe you want to see me cook something else, add something else in, definitely leave me a comment. And if you do not want to miss another episode of Spider Monkey Eats, definitely subscribe to our channel, Ultimate MMA Plus. See you guys next week.